The Liver King just lost everything.
So just last month, I was telling you guys how I had watched the new Netflix documentary that centered around the Liver King and his family. In that video, I discussed how not much had changed for this modern day snake oil salesman, acting like he was smarter than everyone else in the room, trying to sell his new lifestyle that now included vegetables. And in my opinion, he was still on copious amounts of steroids.
My first time I ever in my life was on a bench press.
One thing that did surprise me though was the relationship displayed with his liver family, because his wife seemed just as bought into the delusions as the head honcho himself, while the kids on the other hand, especially the older one Stryker, seem to already be seeing through the smoke and mirrors as he gets close to leaving home and becoming a man and likely leading a much more normal life. In most of the scenes he either looked pissed off or emotionally shut down to me, and you could almost feel the resentment towards his father through the screen.
What'd you bring?
My soul, my body.
I want you to take a minute.
You could tell in that documentary alone that the Liver King was even more out of his mind than ever, and it should have actually been a sick foretelling of future events, because now only a month after its release, the ancestral god himself has been arrested in Austin, Texas.
Fitness influencer known as the Liver King is facing terroristic threat charges.
You see, the Liver King spent the last couple of days going
the
on random
fuck?
tangents online, mainly centered around getting back at the people who he feels destroyed his reputation, with him really centering his focus on no other than Joe Rogan, who was not only one of his main detractors from the start, claiming that he was on steroids.
You ask him if he has ab implants?
Yeah, he said it was a joke. He said he doesn't have them. He's fucking jacked. Says he's clean too. I asked him
Not
about
true.
steroids.
Not true.
Well, the podcast comes out on Birdcast. Everyone check it out.
Tell you that right now. Test that guy.
But he also went on to platform Derek, aka More Plates, More Dates, after
What
he
the-
exposed the Liver King for his steroid use with hard proof.
Now that we know that he's full of shit, we're talking about the Liver King, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. I think most people could see through it, but at the same time, he would. Like, there was a lot of big names that even reached out to me after the video came out, and they were like, you know, I didn't think he was natural, but this guy literally right to my face would say, like, blatantly, I am natural.
Well, these moments seem to have really lived deeply in the psyche of the Liver King for the last couple of years, and there's really nothing else to say besides that he finally cracked. The guy's brain finally broke. Because these videos he had been posting, which I analyzed last night, were actually so disturbing that I had nightmares. And no, I'm not kidding, my dreams were completely fucked. I mean, the shit he was posting made a Fousey Manic episode look like a walk in the park. Now at first it appears that he was just doing his normal thing, walking around his
The
property
fuck?
and talking into his camera
saw-
to his audience. But people did notice that his face had this significant injury, he looked extra dirty, and like he had not slept in days. I mean, even for his already crazy mind, his thoughts seemed rambled and this did not seem like an act.
It won't be edited like everything else. The movie wasn't the truth. My family is received everywhere in the world, anywhere that they go. Anyone who's seen the movie, they receive my family with a lesser version of what their truth actually is, and they don't deserve that.
Now, the movie he's talking about is the Netflix documentary. It seems
fuck?
like the release of that was likely the catalyst in this situation that broke the camel's back and made him really lose his mind.
To remind me to not say the three entities that are evil as fuck that thought you could make money by trying to destroy, by doing things that weren't true. Remind me to not say their names because they don't deserve any of that.
Now, the three people he's talking about here are the
Bro.
producers of the Netflix documentary, Joe Rogan and Derek. The Liver King is now going scorched earth on them because he feels like they ruined his life. You know, I guess accountability wasn't in those ancestral tenets. I mean, let's be clear that this guy was full of shit and selling people on it, becoming a millionaire in the process. And now he's just mad because they shined a light on the cockroach.
Talking to like people like More Plates, More Dates and Vigorous Sleazeball and Joe Snurl, man, who tried to attempt to direct a lie that they called the untold truth about a man that knows the truth, that's articulate enough to say, hey, you fake Jews, you're actually the fake ones. We're just going to make people pay that deserve it. Not many, 3 of them mainly, or 4.
After this, his post only got more dark, with him walking around his house rambling nonsense, acting as if his family is there hanging out while the house is dead silent. It really just appears to be him and his 3 dogs, which people found very disturbing. They started to really worry about his family, and this is when he first mentions Joe Rogan by name.
I'm picking a fight with Joe Rogan. I'm picking a fight with him because it's out of principle. I'm not gonna go fight with this guy. Do you see? I don't know. Hopefully you can see. Do you see that guy? Can you see him? That's him. I'm picking a fight with him because I think that it matters to me. It matters to me.
How does it matter to you, bro?
After the fight, he is inviting Joe Rogan and his family to his house so they can all come together as one.
The after party. I'm inviting Joe Rogan to my house. His family to meet my family together, to be together after the fight. And I really hope you come. I hope that you look as good as I look. The message is what matters. The name doesn't. And you don't need to talk shit about people.
So obviously this guy is under the influence of something or having some sort of psychotic break, and this would go on for days.
In case you didn't know, I take shits on the ground. This is where I lay in the shower. I lay here on the ground. That's my enema bucket. That's my enema bucket right there. That's what I'm about to
Hey,
do.
ew, that's disgusting.
Shit worked out. Official weigh-in.
What the fuck?
Liver King 192. Yeah.
This is where he first tells Joe Rogan that he is prepared to travel and kick his ass the very next day.
I'll see you tomorrow. 192. Probably about weight the same. Probably you're taller than me. I'm a midget, bro. I'm a fucking midget. I'll be ready whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. Or you can release me of this fight, and you can just welcome me right onto the show tomorrow. And I will donate $1 million to a charity of my choosing, good and true. That's also a possibility. Otherwise, it's bloody fucking murder, bro. Bloody murder. Don't look like I weigh that much. Oof. I have a gut problem right now. You see it? Look how boom, boom, boom.
So yeah, he's all fucked up, his body looks awful, and the Rogan threats continue. Like if this was a drinking game where you took a shot every time that he mentions Joe, you would be dead on the floor.
Joe Rogan? With Joe Rogan, that's Joe Rogan, bro. Just fucking invite me on. I actually challenged Joe Rogan to a fight. 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm trying to pick a fight with Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Password is fuck you, Joe Rogan.
Damn,
Also, it
bro,
was
bro
rumored that
is
within this box
chaotic.
there was a gun, something Liver King himself would later confirm, and people assume this gun was meant to handle Joe Rogan. And you will see throughout these clips, and even when he travels to Austin, that he brings this box with him.
If you were to take a picture of this, what do you see? Technology? Technology. Technology.
And this is where things really take a dark turn, and he becomes completely incoherent with his ramblings. He speaks to his sons and wife, but they are nowhere to be seen or heard. It's actually really creepy.
Gonna make sense of it. Who is that? Oh, it's something that you made. Rad, family, warm, bullseye. I was just thinking about going to sleep. Why do you go to sleep? Well, when do you go to sleep? When you're tired. Maybe I sleep when I'm tired. Sleep when I'm tired.
And then the next day he claims that they had a family day on the lake, and he
Bro,
comes
this
back
shit
to a
is
more
like-
normal form. He says here that his management wanted him to delete all of those weird ass videos that he had been posting.
The videos that I made earlier were deleted, archived. And then I said, how come? Why? Because it's not a good look for you, and this and that. And I said, well, I wasn't on drugs then. I'm not on any drug right now. I'm upset. I'm mad. I will honor my family. And I didn't ask anyone's permission to post those videos because I'm my fucking man. I posted those videos.
He then goes on crying about various other YouTubers who covered his downfall, saying you are not a real man if you do this, which is incredibly ironic, considering he has been so desperate for online validation for the last couple of years, that it literally drove him off a mental cliff.
Can someone tell me if Joe Rogan has accepted the invitation for the fight? Have I gotten his attention yet? Because my goal is I want your attention, Joe Rogan. I want to fight you, real tension, real tension.
It's like this guy cannot accept the fact that his career is over. Like, dude, Joe does not
That
want to smell up his
is,
studio with your bum ass. You honestly look like you should be on the side of an Austin highway begging for money for your next high. And it's almost like by day he was more normal, but at night he becomes completely fucking unhinged.
Lock it down.
Fuck is that?
You have to make videos that are interesting with cockroaches and dogs.
Ew.
That didn't work, did it? Actually.
Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. My name's Liver King. Man to man. I'm picking a fight with you.
Yeah, threatening one of the most famous people on earth while holding 2 guns in your hands, dancing around, counting down the moments until you get to him, and as he mentioned several times his family, is a really stupid move to say the least. Even saying at one point that he is going to track him down.
We're gonna go track him down. Let's go track him down. Whoa.
He then actually posts the video of him in a fleet of vehicles as they embark on this trip to Austin to hunt Joe Rogan down.
Just pulling up to the capital of Texas. What's the capital of Texas? What's the capital of Texas? Houston. It's Houston. Guess what? You're dead, bitch. You're dead. You're dead.
Then the day actually comes where he plans to meet face to face with Rogan, and he starts the day by taking 4 cups of coffee up his ass. And yes, I am dead serious.
What the fuck?
This is Mr. Enema Butter.
Ew.
That's coffee, Kion coffee, the best kind, so I can drink some of the coffee both ways. That's what I'm doing right now. This is like the 4th one that I'm doing, and that's how I'm doing it.
From here, he must have got word that he would be arrested for traveling to Austin and making what the police describe as a terroristic threat. The guy paces around his hotel at the Four Seasons, rambling worse than ever. As you guys can see, the hoodie he is wearing has a Joe Rogan versus Liver King logo going on, making me think this is kind of set up, but I still do think he's batshit crazy. During the 32-minute clip, he never stops talking nonsense as the people around him act like it's totally normal. It's also obvious that he has a variety of weapons at his disposal that he wanted to bring with him during this confrontation with the police. This is actually the first time that we see his wife and kids since he started going on these tangents.
We're the Liver King family, a real king, a real queen who's kind of scared. Striker over here is kind of scared. Dad's getting arrested again. We've already been through it once. The first time, do you remember what I said? How much time do you think we have? Wait, they're unmarked?
They're
How do you know the police?
because I saw their badge.
How do you know the real badges?
Because I'm worked in law enforcement for a very long time.
And so you know it's a real badge?
Yes.
How? Do you know legit?
Legit.
So he has his coffee, this time actually through his mouth. He gives his family a final speech, a final hug, and he goes on to surrender himself to the police. After surrendering, his wife seemed to think they would be able to get him out of jail pretty fast. Honestly, she did not seem really fazed at all to me as they throw him in the back of the cop car.
It's like, we gotta process you. He'll bail out, but we're talking probably 24 hours.
24 hours?
Maybe first thing tomorrow when he sees the judge. I don't know.
Oh, so it's not an hour. He's gonna be there 24 hours.
And then of course the mugshot drops, the story starts going viral, and only 24 hours later this guy was out of jail.
Some guy, he thought if you just put him in jail, have the Violent Crimes Division, have them come arrest him for a terroristic threat. And the whole time that terroristic threat you thought was a or something inside that box was actually a present back for you and your mothership colleagues for having my wife and me in mothership that I've held on to for a while, just looking for the right time to give it to you.
So now he's claiming that the weapon in the box was actually a peace offering for Joe, and since then he has continued to post on his page around the clock.
I've been given the gift of a restraining order just recently because I just had to wash the jail off of me.
He still claims that he wants to fight Joe Rogan, though now he cannot call him out by name, so he starts calling him Seth Rogen, and then he even takes some time to abuse dogs on camera.
Cut it the fuck out. That's not okay. Sit. both y'all sit.
So yeah, this guy definitely needs
What
help.
the fuck?
Honestly, the people I feel the
Abusing
worst
dogs
for here
too?
are his sons. I mean, when it comes
Fuck
to his
no.
wife, I do have a hard time feeling sympathy towards her, as I feel like she has enabled this entire thing, thus not doing the right thing for her kids. I mean, she looked that man in the face and knew that he was gone and could care less. I mean, that divorce is gonna hit like no other. She's gonna be taking everything. Honestly, this entire thing is very sad, and it's a good lesson about how a seemingly pretty normal guy who was widely successful in his personal life can get so caught up in the internet clout that it destroys his brain. Well, I guess it's either that, or a parasite from all the raw meat finally got up there and has been eating his cerebrum for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I just honestly hope this man gets the help he needs and really gets off the internet. Like, at what time does Instagram and TikTok step in and stop him from posting these things? Because he is so clearly out of his mind and posing a legitimate threat to someone publicly over and over again. I mean, even this morning while in Austin, Texas, the Liver King is still talking about wanting to find Joe's family, even after he went to jail over it.
If anybody knows where Seth Rogen's, the other version of him that rhymes with blow, if anyone knows where its family's going to be today, if you could let my team know so that we can stay within 200 yards, not close to them, to stay away from them.
But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about this update down below. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say a little prayer for this guy because I just feel bad for him. I feel bad for his very public spiral online. I don't know, just when I saw that part in the documentary about him not having a dad and him growing up without a father figure and him seeing people like Rambo and Conan the Barbarian as his father figure, you know, never getting that validation from someone real in his life. A lot of this actually makes a lot more sense, and I don't know, guys, it's just so deeply sad. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today.
Crazy, man. Make sure y'all do leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down below what you guys think of this whole situation. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.